Hi, good morning. This is Rachel Plaine, and I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. We are on Facebook Live. We're live streaming our Gentle Flow class. That was supposed to start at 8. I'm a couple minutes late. I was having some technical difficulties with my equipment. We taught outside this weekend, and I forgot that I had packed up my camcorder and my tripod to teach outside. So I was on my way to class and realized, oh no, I don't have that with me. So I needed to make sure that I had my equipment. So we're all set up now. So I'm sorry that we're a few minutes late logging on. Hopefully you guys will be joining us in a moment. So we're here for our Gentle Flow class. I can see that you guys are popping on. Welcome. Happy Monday. I'm sorry that I'm late today. I was hustling to get my camera set back up from the weekend when I thought I'd be filming the class on the lake, but I didn't end up doing that. So anyways, I was trying to get the camera and the tripod and all this stuff, but we're here now. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. So we're here for our Gentle Flow class at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. Hopefully you guys can hear okay. So if you just give me a quick little comment. Good morning, Joanne. Good to see you. Welcome. It was great to see you this weekend too. Thank you for everyone that came out to our first class on Onoda Lake. We had so much fun. Good morning, Helen. I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry that we're getting started a little late. So great. I couldn't figure out Facebook Live, so I'm glad you're late. Great, Wendy. I apparently can't figure it out either, so we're in good company. Welcome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So we'll get started in just a moment. Just breathe. The yoga teacher shows up in like a total frenzy to help you relax. How ironic. Good morning, Shannon. I do. Yes, I need this as much as you do. So we're going to have so much fun together. We're just going to breathe and relax. I have myself set up with a couple blocks, so if you want blocks, grab them. Hi, Amy. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so this will be our Gentle Flow class. Just to remind you guys real quick, in case I forget to do it at the end of class, we're going to test out Zoom this week. I couldn't get it together to do it this morning. It just would have been too much, but we're going to test it out for Zumba tomorrow night, which you've been on Zoom, but you're going to access a different way. So go to the calendar, BerkshireYogaDanceFitness.com, or in the Facebook event that I created and invited you guys to, and click on the link for any class. Click on the calendar link, and then find the class you want to go to, and it will give you instructions to register. So you'll probably create an account if you don't have one already. And then you'll automatically get the Zoom link, and you'll get a reminder right before we start. So we're going to test out Zoom. We'll see how it goes. I'm learning too, so please be patient with me, which I know that you are and have been for 4 months. But we're just going to test this out and see what you guys think, see how you like it. You can let me know. I'd love to get your feedback. So we're going to do Zoom for Zumba through our new software, through our calendar integration. And the same thing with our live class on Wednesday morning. So Wednesday morning, I will not be on Facebook Live this week. We're going to be doing it on Zoom. So if you want to get on Zoom, check our calendar, go to the Wednesday 9 a.m. class, register for class, and you'll get the Zoom link. We're still offering it by donation. You don't need to pay anything or sign up. If you want to give a contribution, you can. Thank you for you guys who have been donating. I'm so grateful for those donations that are rolling in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So same thing all week. So Wednesday on Zoom, Friday morning on Zoom, Friday night at Candlelight Yoga on Zoom. So we'll get 4 chances to try this out and see if it works. And then I'll circle back with you guys and see what you think, how you want to do this moving forward into this new virtual world of teaching yoga and doing all the things. So without further ado, let's get going. So welcome if you're just signing in. My name is Rachel. I'm here at Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. And we're here for our Gentle Flow yoga class. So we're about to center ourselves, do a brief meditation, and then we'll flow, we'll move, and we'll have plenty of time to relax at the end. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining me. Come take a seat on your mat and we'll get going. All right. Great. Okay, here we are. Coming into that comfortable seat. You can bring your hands down on your lap. And like Shannon said, I need this just as much as you guys today. So just feel your legs. So take a moment to ground. So this is that time where we can let go of our morning or anything else that's going on outside of this time that we have together, and start to draw your awareness and energy inward. So just bringing the hands to the lap. You can feel the legs. I always think it's nice to kind of rub the tops of the thighs or the knees and really connect to your body. Feel your body. Feel a little rock maybe, side to side, like you're just wiggling into the seated position, making any adjustments that you can make that would allow you to sit most comfortably. And then roll your palms open. So open up the hands so the palms are open and the backs of the hands are touching the knees and the lap. And then sit up nice and tall. So root the tailbone down. Lift the crown of the head up. Reach the ribs off the hip points. So let the waist be long, the belly, the sides of the body. Feel your heart and chest and collarbones broad and open. So open through the chest, expansive and radiant through the heart. Start to feel the energy of the hips and the legs getting heavy, grounded, rooted, connected, solid. A strong, comfortable base for you to sit and begin to find this place of presence or ease. And then feel that energy of being connected to the earth and grounded and rooted to the earth. Start to travel up your spine. So from the very base of your tail, spiraling up the low back, the middle back, the upper back, reaching up through the top of the head so the crown of the head grows longer. The neck grows longer. The ears reach up off of the shoulders. And then notice where your ribs are in space, your rib cage. Notice if you're rocking forward on the hips and sitting bones, or if you're rounded back, and see if you could just lift the rib cage up a little bit off the hip points and have it hover right above the pelvic bowl so you're not leaning forward or back. And if anything, maybe there's a little rock just slightly back that we talked about several weeks ago, almost like someone's holding you up, these gentle hands behind you, just holding you up, letting you open the heart, open the chest, feeling supported. And then as you're cultivating all this length and space and energy, start to let your eyes relax even more beneath your closed eyelids. Let your forehead soften even more across the eyebrows and third eye. Let your jaw soften. And then take a deep breath into the low belly, the ribs, the heart and chest, all the way up to the top. Exhale, release the chest, relax the ribs, relax the belly till you're empty at the bottom. And then do that again. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. On an in-breath, let your hands float together to a prayer position, Anjali Mudra, the heart, let your palms meet. And as you exhale, bow your head to free to for today, for this brand new week. How do you want to show up for yourself? How do you want to show up for others? What do you want to invite into your body, your mind, or your heart through this practice of yoga, this breath, movement, mind? And then on an inhale, slide your hands to the ceiling, lengthen the arms. You can lift the face up. And as you exhale, bring the elbows into your waist. Bend the elbows, drop your chin, let the head hang heavy. And then inhale the arms up like Tadasana or mountain pose. Look up through the hands. And exhale, draw the elbows in and down. Do that one more time. So you inhale to lift up like Tadasana, mountain pose. You can look up through the hands. And exhale in and down. And now this time as you interlace all of your fingers, flip your palms up to the ceiling so you can see the backs of your hands. And then round your back, tuck your tail, scoop the belly, press the hands forward, drop the chin to the chest like a cat back. Inhale, float up like a cow, press the palms open, lift the belly, the heart, the chest, the face. And exhale, round your back. So getting into that flexion and extension. One more time. Inhale, rise. And exhale, release. This time as you rise, lengthen the spine, pause at the top. Exhale, release your hands behind, drop your chin, interlace your fingers, and then open up your heart, press the fist down, squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, puff up the chest, look up, and exhale, release the gaze, release the hands, roll the shoulders. Let's just do a little more work seated. So shift back, switch the cross of your legs if you're in cross legs. If you're in kneeling or something else, you can stay. Take a sun breath, interlace your fingers. This time release just your pointer, so you're pointing up at the ceiling. Stretch up and over to the right to a seated side bend, or the Ardha Chandrasana, half moon that we do standing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. One more time each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, switch. And last time, inhale, lift. And exhale, switch. You'll inhale to lift, reach the arms behind, drop the chin, interlace your fingers, and then press the fist down so you can squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, puff up the chest, lift the throat and the face. And exhale, release the face, release the shoulders and the hands, and roll them up, back, and down. Come on to all fours, so come over the shins or unwind the legs, and just bring the hands in front of the shoulders and start to come into your hip circles. Stirring the hips around, stirring the knees around, so working out any tension in the body that you might be holding from a night of sleep or any outdoor activities that you were doing this weekend. Any stress in the body, any discomfort, just rinsing that away, just moving that energy around, stirring that up. And then go ahead and swing the hips the other way. Big circles. Good. Let's take one child's pose here. Touch the big toes, separate the knees, sink the hips back. And from here, it's going to be a little different. So if you're comfortable in your extended child's, turn the palms open. So the backs of the hands would touch the ground. And almost like prayer pose, but instead of prayer, keep the palms open to the ceiling. And then lift the palms up and then reach them back to maybe tap your shoulders. So the fingers or the palms might land right on the upper back or the tops of the shoulders. And wherever they are, that's fine. And just hold there and breathe. Good. Extend the arms long. Shift forward through tabletop, all fours. Bring the wrists back underneath the shoulders, knees back underneath the hips. Couple of your hip wags to feel that IT band and outer edge of the hip. Little side to side action, lateral flexion through the side body, and just wiggling those hips. And then we'll take some rotation that you're familiar with. So taking threaded needle, lift the right arm up. And let's bring it all the way through today. So go ahead and slide that right arm through. Bring the right shoulder down. Bring the right edge of the head down. Before you go anywhere else, just even the hips out above the knees. I'm just going to switch this way. You guys are going to stay. So hips are nice and even above the knees. Neck is long. You're pressing into the left hand. Or maybe stretch it out like puppy. You could walk it forward and let the face kind of peek out from underneath that arm. Notice if you're collapsing onto the cheek and kind of really relaxing here, you're going to lengthen the spine so you roll more onto the edge of the head than the side of the face. So you're pressing the shoulders away from the ears, down the back body so we're not collapsing in the shoulders or the neck. Maybe close the eyes or have a soft, steady gaze. So your strong body here, even though we're twisting and stretching, still cultivating strength by hugging the muscles onto the bones, activating the muscles so the body feels strong. Good, another deep breath in. Exhale, release the left hand back towards the shoulder, towards the elbow, kind of back so you can anchor and come back up. Press into that hand, roll out and up, lift the right arm. And exhale, release. And now you're going to go the other way. So the left hand comes out and up. You can look up. And exhale, thread it all the way through. So the shoulder comes down, the head comes down, the neck is long, and then maybe the right arm slides forward and you look right underneath that arm or close your eyes. Good. Bring the right hand back where it was. Press into that hand. Unwind your body. Lift the left arm out and up. And exhale, release the hand. We're going to come up either to puppy or to downward dog. So your choice. Curl the toes under. More gentle is puppy. Hands walk out. Chest melts. Forehead or chin to the mat. Dog, hands a little further forward to the shoulders, toes curl under, hips lift up, they stretch back away from the wrist, and then you start to walk out or pedal out. And then have your feet hip width distance. If you're in dog, spread the fingers, the hips. If you're in puppy, you can just stay for a moment. If you're in dog and you want to shake the head out, give it a little shake, left to right or up and down. And then let's walk to the top of the mat. So either walk the feet to the hands or the hands to the feet. And if you're in puppy, just come to stand and forward fold. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Let your head hang. Take a couple shoulder rolls up, back, and down. Good, and bend your knees and roll yourself up. At the top, you're standing. Inhale the arms out and up in a sun breath. And exhale, slide your hands to prayer position in front of the heart, standing up tall, maybe closing the eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. Go ahead and step up to the top of the mat if you're not already. Take a sun breath, interlace all of your fingers. Flip your palms to the ceiling like you did when you were seated. And exhale, bend the knees, bend the hips around your back, and shine your palms forward like a cat pose. So it looks like this. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the palms to the ceiling, look up. And do that again. Bend the knees, bend the hips around your back. So they could press forward. You could even go down a little deeper if you wanted to. Inhale, lengthen, straighten, lift up, look up. And one more time, press forward and through, big rounded back, pressing forward or curling down into a little ball. And then last time to sweep up. And this time you'll open the arms, bend the knees, flat back to swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, stretch out, pull the head away from the tail, lengthen your spine. And exhale, deep fold. Step the right leg back to a low lunge. In a hold here, come onto the tips of your fingers, pull the head away from the tail, lengthen your spine. Inhale to lift the arms to your crescent lunge or your high lunge. You'll press out through the back heel, lift up through the fingertips, lengthen the spine. Take a few breaths in your crescent pose, pressing out through the back heel and lifting up through the back knee. On an inhale, straighten the legs. As you exhale, float into warrior two. Spin the back heel down, rearrange your feet so the front heel is lined up with the arch of the back foot and the wrists are above the ankles. Deep breath in. As you exhale, side angle, elbow bends, forearm to thigh, top arm stretches above the ear. You could look up or you could look down. Just hold for a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Dance back to reverse triangle. Bring the back hand to the back leg. Top arm lifts, legs are straight. And then open up warrior two, bend the front knee. Deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to cartwheel down from here. So bring the left arm, bring the right arm. Pivot on the ball of the back foot and set the back knee down. You could stay right here or press into the right hand, block or fingertips, and lift the left arm. Take a couple breaths. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, release the top arm. Slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. Knees are down. Point the elbows back and lower onto your belly. Uncurl your toes. Lift your heart to cobra. Lift the heart, lift the chest, all the way up. And exhale, release. Back down. You're going to lift up 2 more times to cobra. So press into the hands, lift the heart. Anchor the pubic bone in the hips. Point the elbows back, shoulders down. And exhale, release. And it doesn't have to be high. It could be a little baby cobra or a full cobra or somewhere in between. Inhale to lift. And exhale, release. Good. Press into the hands, shift back to child's. Knees hip width or wide. Palms turn open to the ceiling. Elbows bend and hands come back to tap your upper back. Couple breaths. Good. Extend the arms again if they were folded back. Shift to tabletop, all fours, wrists underneath shoulders, knees under hips, couple hip wags side to side. That's our first flow that we'll take, that standing flow together. So we'll do that whole thing on the other side. Let the hips be right above the knees. Curl the toes under. Either walk it out to puppy with knees down or pick it up to dog, lifting hips high. Take a couple breaths in dog or in puppy. If you're in dog, legs could stay straight or you could bend the knees, but we're looking for a lot of length in our spine. So instead of having like a rounded back, if you need to, you'd bend the knees, pull the hips back, stretch the spine, hold. Go ahead and walk feet to hands or hands to feet, or if you're in puppy, come to forward fold. Head bows over the legs, shake it yes. Shake it no. Let the head hang heavy, bend the knees, roll on up. Big sun breath, inhale. Exhale to prayer. Eyes could close once more, deep breath in. And exhale, release. One more time, sun breath. Interlace fingers, release, or don't release your pointer. Interlace all your fingers. Flip your palms to the ceiling, right? Look up. And then exhale, bend the knees, round your back. Press through the hands. Either press them straight forward or little ball. Inhale, lengthen straight and lift up. Look up. Exhale, press forward, round your back. One more time. Inhale, straight and lengthen, look up. Exhale, round your back. Good. Inhale, lengthen straight and look up. As you exhale, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine, fingers touch the ground or spine lengthens. And exhale, deep fold. Good. You're near the top of the mat. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, hands through prayer. You could close the eyes or not. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. Take your sun breath to the top. Stay standing. Exhale, open the arms, catch the hips. You're near the top of the mat. You're standing on the right leg. The left leg comes back to high lunge. Good. You'll hold here. Inhale, lift the arms. And just pause in that crescent lunge. So you can gaze forward. That's your drishti, your focal point. Arms are really strong. Legs are really strong. Back legs very straight. Front knees above the front ankle. And you're breathing. You're building strength, balance, flexibility. Good. Straighten the front knee. Open up, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. So simple, you just wiggle the feet so you can get that front heel lined up with the arch of the back foot. Look out over the front fingers and breathe. Deep inhale. Exhale, side angle, Parsva Konasana. Forearm to thigh, top arm stretches. Look up. That's the traditional dristy point. If your neck gets uncomfortable, you just look down and breathe. Nice big opening for the hips. Strong legs. Hug the leg muscles to the bones. Feel the thigh muscles engage. Straighten the legs. Inhale, dance back. Exhale, warrior two. Hold that. Deep breath in. Exhale, slow motion to cartwheel. Right arm, left arm, pivot. Release the back knee down and hold. Press into left hand, fingers are blocked. Revolve if you'd like. Lift the right arm and pause. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the top hand. Bring the front leg back to meet the back leg. Knees are down, lower down onto your belly. Uncurl your toes. Lift your heart up, cobra pose. We're going to go 3 times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Press into the hands, shift the body all the way back to child's. Hips can sink. Palms roll open if you'd like. Elbows bend and tap the tops of the shoulders, the upper back, and hold. Good. Extend the arms. Shift forward to tabletop, all fours. One more time, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. A couple hip wags, side to side. Good. And then letting the hips be still, curl the toes under, take your choice of a puppy or a dog. Once more, stretch back. Take a couple breaths. Good. Walk feet to hands or hands to feet. So you're back to forward fold, Uttanasana. Head hangs heavy over the leg. Shake it yes. Shake it no. Head can hang, knees can bend. Roll yourself up to stand. Inhale, big sun breath. Exhale, hands to prayer. Take a moment just to close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release the arms. Take a sun breath to the top. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, stay standing. Open the arms, catch the hips. We're just going to step into a wide-legged stance. You can turn towards the long edge of the mat and just widen your feet. Go ahead and just step them nice and wide. So toes forward, heels back. And actually, before we do this, let's bring the arms out to the side. And instead of having them really, really wide, like I just said, underneath the wrist, shorten your stance up just a tiny, tiny bit. So maybe the ankles are just inside of the wrist. So instead of really wide, just a little shorter. Good. And then turn the right foot forward towards the front edge of the mat. Slide the arm bones forward as you shift the hips back. And then place the front hand to the shin, the ankle, or the ground. So if you had a block, you could have this block either right in front of the front leg or behind. Try not to fall over, behind the front leg. Behind is kind of nice sometimes because that helps pull the torso back. And that can be on any setting if you're using the block. So touching the block, the ground, the shin, or the ankle, you're in triangle pose, Trikonasana. Good. On an inhale, let the body come up, bend the front knee, warrior two, and dance back, reverse warrior. Open arms, shoulder height, straighten legs, toes forward, heels back to a nice wide stance. And now go ahead and wiggle the feet a little wider so the wrists are above the ankles. Lift the arms up and exhale to your wide-legged forward fold, holding the legs or dropping all the way to the ground. And if you have a block nearby and you want to use it for triangle, just grab a hold of it because we'll eventually be on the other side. So you might even put your hands on the block, or if the head could reach, you could put the head on the block. Let's take a couple breaths here. Good. From where you are, lengthen your spine. So if you have a block nearby and you want to use it for triangle, just slide it over to your new side. So we're about to have our left leg forward, so you want to have it over on the left side. Good. Bend the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. And then lengthen your spine to come on up to stand. Take a big sun breath, lift up. Exhale, arms shoulder height. Now, like we did on the other side, just wiggle your feet in a tiny bit so the ankles are right inside the wrists. So if you were to drop strings from your wrists, the ankles would be just right inside of that. So different if we we're going to do our wide-legged stance. So we're shortening up just a little bit for triangle. So you spin the left foot forward, the heel intersects the arch of the back foot, the torso is square, legs are really straight, and then the hips bump back like someone's pressing that front hip back. They bump back, the torso slides forward, and then when there's no more room, the left hand comes to the ground, the ankle or the block. If you want your block, grab it. Again, it could be in the front of that front leg, but I prefer it behind because it helps to draw the torso back above that bottom leg. So it's almost like there's these suction cups on the backs of the shoulders, and you're stuck up against an imaginary wall behind you. So the chest feels really open, big stretch in the left hamstring. You can look up or look down. You're in triangle pose, Uttanasana, and breathing. Good, big stretch for the side body. Building your strength and balance here too. And then when you're ready, the top arm picks you up. Put a bend in the front knee so you have a nice little short warrior two, and dance back to open up the waist and the ribs. Good, open the arms again. Turn the toes forward, the heels back one more time, and you can widen that stance if you'd like. So now the wrists are right above the ankles. Lift the arms up. And go ahead and take one more forward fold. So hold the legs or touch the ground and relax here. Good. Lengthen your spine, pull the head away from the tailbone. Let's wiggle our feet right close underneath our hips. You kind of heel toe your feet so they get underneath the hips, bend the knees, and roll your body up to stand. Take a nice big sun breath, lift the arms. Slide the hands through prayer. Let your eyes close if you'd like. Come back to your three-part breath. Take a deep inhale to low belly. Ribs, heart, and chest. And exhale, release the arms. Take another sun breath to the top. We'll do a standing balance here together. And then as you exhale, open the arms, catch the hips. Stand on your left foot. Bring the right foot to your ankle. So tree pose. We've been practicing this outdoors this week on Mount Greylock and on Onoda Lake. We are surrounded by beautiful trees. So just picturing that here. So you could lift your foot right to your ankle, or you could put your foot to your calf, or you could put your foot to your inner thigh. It doesn't really matter how high. You're just focusing on standing on one leg. So you'll pause, and then if you have your balance, see if you can bring your hands to prayer. There's different arm variations you could take here. So if you wanted to, you could lift the arms straight up. I know you can't quite see my hands, but they're just above my head in prayer. So you could hold that. Or you could open the arms like branches, stretching the fingers long. Good. And then open the arms, catch the hips. I like to extend the leg at the end just to give a little strength to the hip flexor, so kick it out. And release it down. Stand on that foot and come right to the other side. Feel free to shake it out if you want. So you're on the ball of the left foot, or the foot is to the ankle, or the foot is to the calf, or the foot is to the inner thigh. So now lock it in place. Hips are even. Bottom leg pouring down, rooting down into the earth, head lifting up. So that opposite energy. Hands to prayer, everything locked in place. Strong standing legs, strong core. So belly and back engaged so you keep your balance. And then maybe lift the arms. They could have soft elbows and frame the head, or you could lengthen the elbows and stretch the palms to the ceiling with palms together, fingers reaching into the sky. You could open your tree branches. Bring hands to hips. Extend the top leg forward. Release the top leg down. Let's take a sun breath at the top. Inhale, lift. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen flat back. Ardha Uttanasana, stretch out. Exhale, deep fold. Let's come down towards the mat. Right leg back, land on the right knee. Step the left leg back, land on the left knee, and come all the way to your belly. So shift forward and come down to your belly. And then when you get on your belly, make a pillow for your head. So stack the palms or the fists, bend knees, toes up, and let the legs fall left to right. Then circle the shins one way. Circle the shins the other way. And take your legs long. Bring your arms alongside your body. Bring your chin towards the ground. Pelvis towards the ground. And then inhale, lift the chest like a baby cobra and turn the palms to face each other. And if you can, lift the legs too. So you're in locust pose. You're hovering on the hip points, the pubic bone. Spine is long, chest is elevated, legs are elevated slightly, and you're breathing. You're hovering here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the belly, turn onto one side of the face. Relax everything, your buttocks, the backs of the legs, your arms, your low back, everything goes. Just soften here, release, relax here. Feel the breath. Feel the belly pressing towards the earth. Feel the beating and rhythm of your own heart. And then come back into alignment for one more time to pick it up to locust. So chin to the mat, legs straight. When you're ready, lift the chest, lift the legs, turn the each other, hover. Take a couple breaths. Another deep breath in. And exhale back down. Relax the body. Turn onto the other side of the face. Let everything go. Maybe turn the big toes to touch. And separate the heels and let the legs be really floppy and the low back really relaxed. Couple breaths. Good. Hands come under shoulders, legs straighten out long. Shift yourself to tabletop, all fours. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under hips. If you want to wag a couple times, go for it. We'll take a hip opener here. So we're going to come into pigeon pose on both sides, one at a time, to open our hips. So bring the right knee through to start. And you can sit on the right heel and lift the chest up. So that's option one, this linear pigeon where everything's facing forward. You could also bring the knee out and scooch the shin forward. And then lift up. I'm going to turn this way so you can see here. So that back leg is straight behind me, and then you're going to lift. You could also be in a pinwheel shape, or you could be in figure four on your back. Lift up, take the chest back, lift the heart up, lift the head up. If you want to come forward, walk forward into your pigeon. Be on the forearms, or open the elbows, stack the palms of the fists, drop the head. Good. Lengthen to come up. Walk the hands back to frame the front leg again. If you're still in a traditional pigeon, elevate the heart, open the collarbones, lift the chest, lift the face. And release the weight into the hands. Slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. We're going to come right to the other side. So slide the left knee through. Come onto your left heel. Left knee points forward. You lift. Or you open up to traditional pigeon, knee out, shin forward to settle. Or you're in that pinwheel shape with the back knee bent. Or you're on your back in figure 4. We're trying not to dump onto that front left hip, but it's elevated. The hip points are square. Take a breath, pull the chest back, lift the heart up, lift the face and throat up. And then go ahead and walk down, if you want, into a forward fold here. You can be on the hands, the forearms, or open the elbows, stack the palms or fists, and drop the head. Good. Lengthen to come up. Walk the hands back to frame the front leg. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Hold here. Take the weight into the hands, and this time go ahead back to a child's pose of your choice. And let's all meet here in child. So the knees could be hip width or wide. Arms could be extended. They could be in prayer. They could fold to the head. You could touch the backs of the shoulders or take the arms alongside the body. So wherever you want to be in child's pose, couple breaths. Good. Bring your hands back. Press into your hands to roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. Bring the knees about hip width. And we're going to come to sit on one side. So bring the hips off to the left and take the legs over to the right. So my hips are off to the left. My legs are over to the right. So you're in like this side-lying, side-seated position. And with your hips to the left and the legs to the right, you're going to take your top ankle and just maybe tuck it on top of that foot. So you kind of like reach it up and over the ankle so that the knee might be elevated. And you're going to sit up tall. It's almost like your mermaid tail just swishing around behind you. And then lengthening the spine, bring the right hand to the left knee, so opposite hand to knee. Left hand's open to the side or behind you, and you're going to lift up and just take this very regal, open, elegant twist. So looking to the side or over the back shoulder. Good. Unwind your body. Now walk the hands forward so you can kind of unwrap the legs, unwrap the ankles. Now you're going to go to the other side. So you can walk your hands over and just pour the hips over to the opposite side. So now we're in the side seated position. If it feels comfortable, you're going to take your top leg, your ankle, and kind of just cross it on top. So you can kick the bottom leg out a little and kind of cross it on top. Looks like this. My leg's just on top. You're holding there. You're going to sit up tall. Bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand out to the side or behind. Sit up nice and tall. Look to the side or over the back shoulder. And take a couple breaths. Good. Unwind your body. And let's send the legs in front. So go ahead and swing them around. Take the feet as wide as your mat, just a couple windshield wipers to loosen that up. You're doing great. So just do a little bit more together before we come to rest in Shavasana. Wiggle the feet together, knees apart, soles of feet touch, hands to ankles. You're in bound angle, Baddha Konasana, so you could stay here. You could also have your hands behind you to help you sit up. You could either stay with a long, tall spine if this is challenging enough. If the knees are really up high, you might want to just stay. If the knees are lower and there's space to fold forward, hinge at the hips, take a flat back, or come all the way down. Few breaths. Good. Lengthen your spine to come on up. Bring the hands to the ankles. Hold the ankles. Float the heart up. Lift the chest. And exhale, release the gaze down. Look down towards the feet. Slide the hands along the shins. Take a hold of the knees. Bring the legs back together. And then wiggle the feet about hip width and scooch the body forward so you have room to lay down. And we'll just do a tiny bit of work on the mat before we come to Shavasana. So go ahead and lift up. And then exhale, slowly, slowly lower down. When you're on your back, take a big stretch. Send the legs forward. Send the arms behind. Stretch it all out. And then hug your knees in. Hold the knees or the shins or wrap the arms around the legs and take your rock side to side. Bring your hands to your knees. Circle your knees one way. And circle your knees the other way. And then place your feet on the ground, knees up to the ceiling, hands to belly. Widen your feet as wide as the mat. Let your inner thighs and knees touch. From here, last thing we'll do before we rest together, maybe. Lift the arms up to the ceiling, palms face each other like you're holding a beach ball. We did this Friday night, so if you were with me for candlelight yoga, I think we did this Friday night. Like you're holding this beach ball, you're going to reach the hands forward, like you're really reaching for that beach ball. So the shoulders, the outer edges of the shoulders kind of come up off the ground. And then cross the one arm on top, one arm underneath, and keep going, really cross tight. And then eventually just bend the elbows and drop. And close the eyes. So you're getting this really, and again, I hope I'm not crushing the mic here. You're getting this really big stretch for the shoulders. Good. Release that arm variation. Bring the arms back up to the ceiling like you're holding that beach ball. One more time, lift the arms forward and up so the outer edges of the shoulders come up off the ground. You're going to cross the other arm on top really, really tight. So you squeeze the chest and you open up the back. And then when there's no more room, the elbows can bend and the hands can just flop down, and then you can relax the shoulders. And then close the eyes. Good, release, stretch the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, soften the arms down to Shavasana. Let the knees open up. Maybe just a couple last windshield wipers, side to side. And the knees come up to ceiling. When you're ready, extend the right leg long to the front of the mat, left leg long to the front of the mat. If there's any final poses, feel free to take them. Otherwise, settle into your final pose of Shavasana, letting the head rest. Letting the palms be open, the backs, the hands touch the ground. Your eyes are closed. Your forehead softens and your whole body starts to relax. Surrendering here, melting here, releasing here. Taking the next couple moments together in stillness and silence. Enjoying this rest and taking whatever you need from this morning's practice. Staying where you are, just begin to bring your awareness back. Let your breath deepen. Reconnect the fingers or the toes, or move the body in any way that would feel good. Eventually come to either side, just slowly transition to the right or the left. We'll just be here for a moment, holding that fetal pose. Bringing knees towards body, arms towards chest. And pressing down into the ground, let your body rise up and cross your legs. Or any other variation of seated, we'll just be here for a moment. Turn the palms open, backs of hands to lap, eyes closed, sit up tall. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. On an inhale, bring hands together to prayer position, Anjali Mudra in front of the heart. As you exhale, bow your head to yourself and to any intention you created in the beginning of class. And together on the sound of Om, the sound of community, connecting our voices as one, even from afar. Take a deep breath in. Exhale a sigh. We'll begin. Deep inhale. As your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Friday. Or Friday, it's Monday. Happy Monday, happy beginning of the week. I'm glad that you guys were able to join us today, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon, so thanks. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you on Zoom perhaps this week. So if you are interested in taking the live stream class, just make sure to check out our website to get the information on how to register for those classes, and we'll test it out and see how it goes, and then we'll check back in and make a plan together of moving forward. So thanks so much again for being here, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Have an awesome, awesome day. Thanks, Mom. perfect Berkshire day to do yoga outdoors on the deck with my beautiful daughter. Aw, feeling grateful, blessed, namaste. Thanks, I love you, Mom. I'm so glad that you're here and practicing outside. Thanks, Helen. Great to see you. Thank you, Sarah. So awesome to have you guys all together, even though we're in our own homes and our own yards. So we'll do it again real soon. Thanks, Robbie. Take care. Thanks, Joanne. Great to see you guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great week.